How's it going, YouTube? And welcome back to the Grid. And I'm your host, Cardfight Grid. And today I have an exciting deck profile for you guys. It's my Pruple Burn deck. It's something refreshing and different from the same old tier 1 meta decks. It's nothing tier 1, but it will sneak some wins sometimes, and it's very fun to play. And I hope you guys enjoy. So let's start off with the Digitama. So we're going to start off with one Digimon, the one that lets you draw a card after you trash a card from your deck. And then we're also going to play 4 Digimon that have the on deletion, draw one, trash one. In this deck you're going to be deleting a lot, so it's I feel like this is the best egg for it, and that's why I went 4 with it, and has been working out quite fine. And for level 3s, let's start off with 4 Digimon. This is Digimon from EXO2. It has the on play skill that you can go ahead and search the top 4 cards of your deck, add an Ayamako or a Beelzemon to your hand, or whenever it's trashed from deck, from an effect that's not its own, you can go ahead and trash the top 3 cards of your deck, which is really good. And it has the inherit skill that says when this Digimon has Beelzemon in its name, it gets plus 3000 DP on your turn. And believe it or not, we use all these effects. All these effects are viable in this deck, and it is great, and it's good, and helps the deck a lot when it does work with the milling. Sometimes it does not work, so don't think it's gonna work every single game, but it's still really good, and 3000 DP does come in handy. So we run 4 of those. And for our next level 3, we're gonna run 3 Digimon, the on play trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. It's a promo. It is kind of, I believe it's like kind of pricey, like around like 11 or 12, but it is a good card. If you do have them, play them. If you don't, just go ahead and play the level 3 that costs only 2 memory on play. You can go ahead and do that, and that's fine. But I only run 3 of these, and they've been working out quite fine. And then also run 4 Digimon that are on play. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you can add 1 purple tamer, or add 1 tamer, and trash 1 purple Digimon, which is really nice. The tamer you probably won't get off a lot, but you will get the trashing off pretty consistently, and that's what we really care for. We really care about like filling up our trash as quickly as possible. So we're on 4 of those. And then for our last level 3, the main one is 4 Digimon. The one that has an inherit skill that says if you have 7 or more Digimon in your trash with Devimon in its name, when this Digimon gets deleted, you can go ahead and play 1 DanDevi from your trash without paying its memory cost. So very good card. This can literally go off on turn. I've gotten it off on turn 2 before, I believe, or turn 3. It does pop off really quick, and it's very fun. Your opponent sometimes tries not to delete it if that's like their only source of removal, so it gets pretty fun playing him. And so we run 4 of him. And then for our level 4s, we're gonna go ahead and run 2 Biomon. Biomon is just your ordinary blocker that has 1 attacking, lose 2 memory, and it has a play cost of 5, 6000 DP. It's one of our ways to get the DanDevi with an inheritable to be deleted, and sometimes we just slap it down, and it's just nice to have blockers, because like in this meta, I've been realizing that people do have ways to go around blockers, but if we start playing the board with a lot of blockers, they end up having to overextend or wait even longer, and that's fine with you. So we're gonna go ahead and run 2 of him. And then 4 Eyesmon Scatter Mode. This card's just so good. 4 memory costs to play, and then also has the on deletion effect to draw 3 and trash 2. it's one of the best ways to go ahead and filter through your deck and build up your trash. So majority of the time we just want to focus on making sure that our trash is building up with the at least 7 Digimons in trash. We really want to hit that count. Once we hit that count, then you can go ahead and start optimizing your hand for whatever situation that you're in. And we do not run the regular Eismon, which could be shocking to some people, but we just don't. We don't want to focus on too much of our deck on that. And even though sometimes it's just like, oh, it's a free level 4, yeah, but sometimes I have played games where I had to use him for Digivolving, and yeah, that's not fun. So we only run 4 of him. And then continue with the Devimon package. We're gonna run 2 Devimon with the inheritable skill of Retaliation, and it has the skill on himself, Retaliation. This is a very good card to just sneak up on your opponent. If you have a level 3 in Raising and your opponent swings with a big stack and it doesn't finish you off, you can go ahead and promote that level 3 Digivolve for 2 and just swing into that big stack. And sometimes you don't see it coming, and a lot of times it'll clear out that big stack, which is really funny. And on top of that, you clear out their big stack, you get your Digimon deleted, and then if you have the DanDevi underneath it with an inheritable, or Devimon with an inheritable underneath, you can go ahead and bring out DanDevi, which is amazing. It's just it feels like a lot of value. And so we only run 2, and then we run a full playset of Devimon with the blocker ability, and with when attacking loses 2 memory. It's really nice to have a blocker with actually Devimon in its name, and it's only 1 cost to Digivolve into, which is really nice too. It's really efficient. So we run a full playset. Like I said, your opponent doesn't want DanDevi to come out, but when it does, or one of the best ways to do it is to have that Devimon in a blocker. So yeah, it's been working out quite fine. So I run 4 of it, and then that's it for our level 4s. And then for our level 5s, we don't really run too many, but we run 4 Lady Devimon. When Digivolving, draw 2, trash 2, and it has the inheritable once per turn. On your turn, when you play a option card, you can go ahead and delete 1 of your opponent's level 3s. It's very good. Hand filtering again, like I said, so you can start trashing what you need. So when you finally have that 7 Devimon names in the trash, you can go ahead and start optimizing your hand in the best way you want for your situation. And this is actually the only level 5 that we run in this deck, because we don't want to clog up our hand too much with the higher levels, since like our main levels that we really want to focus on are the level 3s and level 4s. So that's it for the level 5s. We run 4 of her, and then for our level 6 we actually run 2 Beelzemon from EXO2. And this Beelzemon has the skill that whenever it's trash from deck, you can go ahead and play an Intmon from your trash without paying its memory cost. And it has an amazing when Digivolving and when attacking skill. You can go ahead and you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck. If you do, or you may trash them, then you can delete 1 of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. And for every 10 cards in your trash, you can go ahead and up that level of deletion. So if you have 10 cards in your trash, you can delete a level 4. If you have 20 cards in your trash, you can delete a level 5. This has saved me games. Whenever I've gone into them, my opponent doesn't like suspect it whatsoever, and then I end up clearing off their board because I end up swinging to their big stack, and then I have Intmon as an inheritable with a plus 3000 DP, so he becomes like a 14k beat stick. And then on attacking, deleting, because you're going to have at least 20 and drop by the time he comes out, easy. And so when that happens, you can go ahead and start deleting level 5s left and right. And it's this is one of our main sources of removal, and it's a very amazing card, especially when you trash them. You can go ahead and play an Intmon for free, which is really nice. We're gonna run 2 of him. And then for the main guy in this deck, we run 4 DanDevimon. He has the On your opponent's turn, once per turn, when a card is removed from your security, you can go ahead and trash one card from your opponent's security stack. And then on deletion, or not on them, but on deletion, you can go ahead and have your opponent trash 2 cards from their hand. Now, 4 might seem too much for a lot of people, but believe it or not, 4 feels right because it is a DanDevi deck. Also, you might get your opening hand having 1 or even having like 2 to 3 of him. And when you get to the 2 to 3, you're gonna mold that hand so quick. And when you do, you know it's gonna be at the bottom. And so you do want to make sure when you're going through your deck, you're going to still be discarding or having a DanDevi in your trash. So you can try out 3 if you guys want to, but I have been in certain situations where my opening hand had 2, I had to go ahead and mull it away. And then I didn't know it at the time, but I had another DanDevi in security, so I only had 1 in my deck that I was going to see, and luckily I did see it pretty early on, because if I only ran 3, then I would not have seen DanDevi for that game, basically. So it's I believe 4 is right. It has been working out for me. I have brought out 2 of these guys out real quick by like turn 5, turn 6. And it feels nice because your opponent gets a little bit hesitant on swinging on you if they don't have anything to swing for more than 1 security check. So very fun, and yeah, I've just been enjoying it so much. So we run 4 of him, and then for our tamers we run 2 memory costs. When on your turn, when one of your Digimon is deleted, you can go ahead and suspend this tamer to gain a memory. That happens pretty often, so it's really nice when you have something to kind of benefit off of too, besides all your on deletion skills. You can go ahead and get a memory from it. It's pretty nice. So we only run 2 of him because we don't want to clog up our deck too much. And yeah, I've tried the memory tamer mat, and it's not bad in this deck whatsoever. It's just that I end up just drawing a lot in this deck where I can start hand filtering pretty well, where whatever I discard or whatever's in my trash, I'm fine with it being there, and whatever I need, most of the time it's in my hand. So, and then we also run option cards to help you out with that too if you ever need Digimon in your trash. So we run 2 of him, and then we run 2 Ayamako. Memory tamer, when sets your memory to 3 at the beginning of your turn, and then has when you're attacking, you can go ahead and suspend this tamer to trash the top card of your deck. And then it has the additional effect to Digivolve into a Beelzemon Blast Mode, which we don't run Blast Mode. You can try running Blast Mode in this deck, but so far I've been liking that I haven't, and so I'd actually just been liking the trash the top card, and it's searchable from our Intmon, which has happened a lot of times, so it's pretty good. And also it's just you're in certain matchups where your opponent can actually memory choke you pretty consistently. This comes in handy, and having it be searchable is really nice, so we run it at 2. And then for our option cards, we run 1 Deathslinger, and Deathslinger allows us to have some sort of removal, and plus when it's trash from your deck, you can go ahead and gain a memory. And a lot of times you can start deleting level 6s pretty early on, so Deathslinger actually does come in handy a lot. There has not been one time where I was not happy that this was in my hand. And then we're going to also run 2 Jackraid. It's amazing when it's in your security, but besides that, this is a trash deck, so you can go ahead and gain easy 2 memory off of this consistently. Sometimes 3, I believe maybe even one time I got 4 off of it, but that game was over with already. But yeah, so 2 is quite good. You really want to focus on we don't want to focus too much on too many Jackraids, just because we don't want memory blockers to hurt us even more, and just 2 is just fine for now, so that's why I keep it at 2. And then we're gonna run 2 Deathclaw. Deathclaw is another source of removal for like memory blockers or anything that's level 4 that's annoying to us. And also it's another way to delete your Digimon stack, which is actually very useful to actually have an option card to do that, because sometimes if your opponent knows that they don't have to deal with it right away and they can go ahead and start progressing in their board state without even dealing with it, then you want to pop it off whenever you want to, and then on top of that you end up deleting one of their Digimon in the trade, so which is really nice. So we will run it at 2, and then we run 2 Miss Memory Boost, which has a skill of trash the top 2 cards of your deck, draw a card, and then you can it also has the delay where you can send it to the trash to gain 2 memory after the turn you played it, which is really nice. Like I said, memory blockers can be a pain in the butt sometimes just because we run this and we run Jack Raid, but besides that, if you see these 2 and Jack Raid in your trash, then memory blockers are not really an issue for you anymore. And also trashing from your deck is nice, so if whenever you play this and you draw a card and then you trash the Impmon, then it just feels like you're just high rolling, and it just feels really nice. And yeah, so we run it at 2. And then for the last option card that we run 2 Calling from the Darkness. So it's a 1 cost. You can delete one of your Digimon, then return 2 purple Digimon from your trash to your hand. The nice thing about this card is that you actually don't need a Digimon to delete to get the return 2 from trash to your hand. So we run it at 2. It's very nice. You can go ahead and you can cut it to 1 if you want to, but actually 2 has been working out for me whenever I needed a Billzamon, or I needed more blockers, or if I'm not seeing too many DanDevi with the inheritable. So it's really nice for those situations, and it has came in handy ever since, so I run it at 2. And that's my Pruple Burn deck, and it's I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's really fun. It's something new, like, to the meta that it's something new to play in this meta since all I've been doing is playing meta decks, so it's something refreshing. And then I hope you guys enjoy it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys want to see a video of me playing this deck, please let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, peace.